Hey, this is Kyle from Yoakum Signature Hot Rods. Today I'm going to do a little bit of lead work for you. The reason we do lead work on this particular piece here is I've come through and cut the drip rail off of this truck. If you know a 55 Chevy pickup, they had a drip rail that stuck out and went all the way around the cab. And we've cut that off and smoothed it out. But in doing so, that really affects the door gap at the top. So I've come in with a silicone bronze rod and TIG welded some silicone bronze into this top lip to improve the door gap. Now, instead of letting my body guy fill this with plastic or Bondo, we're going to do it the way they would have done it in the 40s and 50s and let it. Going to save this guy a lot of money in body work, and the lead will be in here long after we're all gone. This is all already tinned and ready to go. You actually have to treat the metal with an acid, with tinning butter, in order to get the lead to stick to it. That's already been done and cleaned. This is ready to have lead pushed into it. Now, the reason lead is so tricky is because you can do a lot of damage to a panel if you put too much heat into it. Now, this is a fairly simple job because this has a nice curve to it. It's not going to want to warp real easy. And kind of heat the rod and your base metal a little bit. You sort of push and twist. If it's too hot, the lead's just going to run out onto the floor. And lead's very expensive, so you don't want to do that. If it's too cold, you'll just kind of break into little chunks, and again, it'll fall on the floor. You want to get the temperature just right, kind of push and twist. And unlike body filler, where you can put it on and sand it off, and put it on and sand it off, and put it on and sand it off, you really want to do this once. Because again, it's expensive, it's time consuming, and filing it is a lot of work. So I like to get just enough in there to where I can smooth it out, file it down in one shot. And this is a wood paddle. This is what we use to push the lead down flat, and this is paddle wax. And put a little heat on there. Get some wax on your paddle. This will keep the lead from sticking to the wood on the paddle. See, if you watch real close, you can see how it gets really shiny and then it starts to fall, and I'm kind of catching it as it falls down. It's right on the verge of being too hot. That's the point where it moves really easily for you, but it can also get away from you really fast. Alright, we've got our lead paddled into place. Now I'm going to start going over it with a file and get it nice and smooth like that. Now, ideally you want to use a wood file because they don't have any flex to them, but mine's over on the other side of the shop, so we're going to use this one for now. It's not 100% finished, but I want to finish the rest of the letter on the back before I finish it 100%. But you can see it's nice and smooth and shiny now. It'll save my body guy hours and hours of work, and this will last forever.